Good morning, everybody. Today I want to talk about everybody's favorite morning drink. Well, maybe not everybody's. Favorite morning drink that's not chocolate milk. Let's talk about coffee today. And you're like, what does this have to do with a homesteading page? What does this have to do with doing things differently? Well, we make coffee differently than a lot of people make it. And to us, it is the best tasting coffee that you ever will drink. And we want to show you guys how we do it real quick and about some of the benefits actually of coffee. Believe it or not, yes, there are health benefits to drinking a little bit of coffee. Did you know that too much water will even kill you? So, too much of a good thing will kill you, but a lot of things in moderation are actually really good for you. And so we will talk a little bit about what coffee will do for you, and we will show you how we make our coffee and things I know we could do to even improve our morning cup of coffee. This is how we make coffee. Now, this one's rather big. This was actually a very nice gift from some very good friends of ours. And if you guys are watching, thank you again. We are still using this thing every single day, just about. So what we do, this is just what they call cowboy coffee. We just fill the water up, I don't know, maybe about here or so in the morning. And then we boil it. And once we get the water boiling, we do about 3 or 4 scoops, whatever you're comfortable with, how much ever giddy up and go you want in there, but usually about 3 scoops into our coffee pot. And then you let that boil for about 5 minutes. And then you see these holes here on the spout. After it's done boiling for about 5 minutes or so, you can either dump some very cold water down in here, or you can actually put some ice up in here. And that will settle your grounds. And when you pour your cup of coffee, then the grounds all stay at the bottom of the pot. The good, clean coffee is at the very top of the pot. And it looks different. I would say it looks... so a lot of coffee made in like a bun coffee pot, right? It's like a jet black looking color. This is more like a mud looking color. Almost resembles... like a chocolatey, like you made coffee and then added chocolate syrup to it type of color. However, what that ends up doing when you make it this way is it takes some of that bitterness out. My wife actually went from drinking coffee with milk and sugar to drinking black coffee by doing it this way. And we think it makes probably one of the better cups of coffee that you can have. This is the coffee that we use. Just cheapest generic brand coffee that you can find just about. So now that it is, well, you can't really see it, but it's boiling down in there. Take the coffee off, take the lid off, give it a good smell. Dump one. If you drink very much coffee, you probably have a designated scooper. 2, 3. Now what I will tell you, that stuff will bubble up and go crazy. If you make it in something smaller, understand that. So I told you guys, the water line's about here. Here in a second, this is going to bubble, probably clear up to here. And then it will settle right back down. Like I said, let it boil about 5 minutes. And we'll dump the cold water in, and I'll show you the cup of coffee here in just a little bit. Alright, so we have been boiling now for plenty of time. It has done its little foam up and settle back down. And the longer you let it boil, the better it tastes, I'm not going to lie. And for some reason, we're making it just on the regular stovetop today. If I take this same pot and I make it over on the wood stove, it's like 10 times better. And then if you take this same pot and you make it over a campfire, it's like 20 times better. And I can't explain it. But you ask anybody that's ever had a wood stove, if you take a pot of beans and you make them on the wood stove, or you make them in the crock pot, the ones on the wood stove is going to taste better. Man, that's just how it seems to work. I really don't know. I can't explain it. But it is. So anyhow, this is done. We'll turn it off. And we will go put some cold water right in those holes. So here it goes. Dump a little cold water down in there. Never mind the coffee grounds. That's from dumping out the old coffee from yesterday. And then, see this right here? That's what happens when you don't get your sinks covered completely and you epoxy. Do this nice pretty epoxy on your countertops. It does that in your sinks when the epoxy, you can see where it ran down the countertop and down into the sink. Yeah, not good. But the guy I was working for said it was okay. Alright, so there's our coffee. Give that just a second to settle the grounds, and we will show you, if I can, how talented I can be talented enough. We'll show you what that morning cup looks like. I don't know if I can hold the camera and pour coffee at the same time and do it like a Folgers commercial or something, right? But here you go. What you're going to see is some delicious, tasty coffee. You don't see grounds in that. All you see is morning deliciousness. All right, so we wanted to let you guys know also, like I said, the health benefits of coffee, right? So some of the health benefits: it contains riboflavin, niacin, magnesium, potassium, and it's very strong in antioxidants. Also, it obviously boosts energy with caffeine, but remember, a little bit is a good thing. A lot of it will hurt you, right? But a little bit of caffeine is actually a good thing for your body. It also may help with brain health. It may help promote weight loss. It may lower your depression, and also help with fatty liver disease. And believe it or not, it may actually help to lower blood pressure and help with heart disease. So if you enjoy your morning cup of joe, that's okay, right? It's a good thing. But I do want to say this before I end this little video, now that we went over the health benefits. Don't let anything have power over you, except for God, right? If coffee has power over you, if food, which is one of the ones that I have to work on sometimes, has power over you, where let's say you're missing lunch for whatever reason, and you get very grumpy and very aggravated, and you get hangry, as they say, right? Then food probably has power over you that it shouldn't. Because let's be honest, missing a lunch isn't going to hurt you physically necessarily. You're not going to die from missing lunch unless you're like diabetic or something like that, right? But more than likely, like, you're not going to die from missing lunch. More than likely what's happened is food has power over you. Coffee is one of those things that can have power over you. I know some people, right, if they don't have their morning cup of coffee, man alive, they're a mess. They're aggravated and all those kinds of things. Whenever something gets power over you instead of God, then it kind of controls you. And nobody wants that except for God to work in your life to control you. And even Him Himself allows you to operate in free will, right? So just be careful. I'm not saying, right, that you need to go drink a whole pot of coffee. You coffee drinkers out there are probably like, yes, I knew it was good, right? It is, but in moderation, once again. Most things, actually, a lot of things are very good for you in moderation. But like I said, even too much water will kill you. If you don't believe me on that, look it up. There used to be a whole bunch of colleges, right, where people would go and they join these fraternities and sororities, and part of the initiation process was drinking, like a whole gallon of water really quickly or whatever. They get either water drunk or it would kill them because they were drinking too much water, right, too quickly. So just do it in moderation. Drink it in moderation. That's just how we make our coffee. We feel like it's the best for us. It's the best tasting coffee that we know how to make. I'm sure you guys have other ways of making it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please continue to like and subscribe to our page. We thank you guys for your support, for your love, for your prayers. And we ask and pray that you continue to do so. We thank you guys.